This is Talking Terps with Coach Locks, presented by Window Nation on the Maryland Sports Radio Network, a division of Playfly Sports. Talking Terps with Coach Locks is brought to you by these network broadcast partners.
Window Nation, the official replacement window company of the Maryland Terrapins. CQ, the official banking partner of the Maryland Terrapins. The University of Maryland Medical System. For better treatments, better outcomes, that's a better state of care. Learn more at umms.org/better. Toyota. It's time to go Toyota with legendary safety and reliability. Toyota. Let's go places.
Here's your host, Johnny Holiday, with Coach Mike Locksley.
And welcome, everybody. Happy to have you with us tonight statewide for Talking Terps with head coach Mike Locksley. We're at Grill Marks on Baltimore Avenue in College Park, as we always are, normally on a Thursday night, but because we play Northern Illinois on Friday night, the show comes one night earlier. Sponsored by our good friends at Thompson Creek Window Company. And, Coach, a lot of good things to talk about from your opening victory on Saturday against Florida Atlantic. Got some special guests tonight as well. Got Ruben Hippolyte II. Okay. He'll be on the telephone. We got Sidney Stewart, had a tremendous game, a true freshman.
True freshman, young bull.
And we got the guy that scored the first offensive touchdown this year for you, Shalik Knotts.
Punch, who is one of my all-time favorite guys, Shalik Knotts out of North Carolina. A lot to talk about, but I love the special guests here because you've got guys that are near and dear to me. Ruben Hippolyte, a guy that made a decision to come here when he could have went anywhere in the country.
And stayed an extra year.
Stayed the extra year to develop and gets drafted. And I'm hearing nothing but great things about Ruben out of the Chicago Bears and representing us well. And then, Sidney Stewart, a Baltimore product from Concordia Prep, really exciting young player that made some huge plays for us in the game. And Punch Knotts, his first touchdown, I think, as a Terp, and he got his first start. And he's been here a while. He graduates in December, but I'm really, really proud. If you knew his story, you'd understand why he's one of my all-time favorites.
And we'll hear his story later on tonight here Talking Terps. Great to have you with us. They beat Florida Atlantic Saturday 39-7. Shut them out for 3 quarters. They scored in the first quarter, nothing after that. And you had a tremendous game offensively and could have probably put up a lot more points than you did. Malik Washington, a great debut as a freshman, sets a Maryland school record in his first start.
Yeah, and we've talked a lot, and everyone has talked about the Malik Washington era and how it started. And, I can tell you that having seen him for a long time now, that he not even scratched the surface of what his future can be. And that just is a small sampling of the maturity you saw out of him. Things obviously didn't start fast for him. We didn't help him. We had a few drops there in that first series. But to see his composure, how he kept his head amongst them and didn't get down, never rode the highs and lows of it, and made some big-time throws for us. The defense, Ted Monachino, the defensive staff, tremendous job there with, holding them to 7 points. And that was an explosive offense, as we saw in that first drive, obviously giving them some penalties. But they had a good system and know what to do with the football. And Ted got his group to get their hands on 6 of those balls. I think we had 2 other opportunities, one a possible pick 6 opportunity by Dante Joyner. So all in all, pretty good game to start, but lots of things to get cleaned up. And I know we will. As I like to say, we usually make that big jump from game 1 to game 2. And it's because, the new mistakes are like progress in disguise. It's if you get the lesson from it that we can create the momentum by getting it corrected. And I expect us to do that.
Defense, you mentioned about the 6 interceptions. The last time the Terrapins had that was way back against Duke in 1998.
Wow.
When you had 7 in that game.
That was like
tied the school record back in 1951.
Wow. You covered the 51 game, right?
No, I did not. Diana, you knew that was coming, didn't you? No, I didn't.
Oops.
No, I did. But I did know Lou Groza, and your kicker got the Lou Groza award.
Here we go, the legendary Johnny Holiday.
There you go. But when you talk about the offense, your running game can be improved upon a little bit. I think you'd probably like to establish that more this week.
Yeah, we had no intentions of throwing the ball that many times with Malik. We need the run game. That's the compliment for a young, inexperienced quarterback, is to be able to turn around, hand the ball off. And with the improvements I've seen out of our offensive line, I expected us to be a little better, a little cleaner in the run game. And with Pep Hamilton's background, and I know it's been an emphasis for us, we've got to find a way to get DeJuan Williams and Nolan Ray going. It was good to see little number 24, Ivy Howard.
Oh, he's going to be good.
Rocket Howard
Yeah.
get some time there late in the game, and I think he has a chance to be a special player, and we'll continue to bring him along. So there's no doubt on offense, the run game has got to become a complement for what we know Malik is capable of doing. On the defensive side, it's cleaning up the penalties. The non-competitive ones are the ones that kind of get after you. But when you look and see that Sidney Stewart has two, Zaire Mathis has a couple, these new players, as I said, new mistakes are progress in disguise, because now that it's on tape, I can coach them through those things. And it's not that we didn't do it on the front end of it, but until they touch the stove and see how hot it is, and now it's my job to make sure that it doesn't happen and become a habit.
They also adjusted after
It did.
the quarterback with no huddle offense, okay, snapping his hands and guys jumping, and they finally figured that out.
Yeah.
And most of those penalties came in the first quarter and the first half.
Well, that's the improvement. If you want to see the bright side of it, we started out with 8 penalties in the first quarter. I can remember just looking at the referee saying, man, are you really sure that we've done 8 things bad and they haven't done anything? And didn't help me. But we improved, and by the end of the game, at least on the defensive side of the ball, we got some of that stuff cleaned up. I expect it all to get cleaned up this week, and we'll continue to coach our guys through what's going to be a long season, and I'm excited about the way this thing started.
And you've got a tight end, preseason, all conference in the Big Ten, and Dorian Fleming. Yeah, kid can play.
No doubt. And when you go to the portal, as I like to say, I don't go there to recruit backups. I go there to recruit guys that have the ability to come in and add value immediately, because, when you lose some of the players we've lost around here, and we've had some pretty good tight ends that have lined up for us. And, seeing Dorian on tape once he hit the portal, there was no doubt he became a major, major priority for us, because the tight end position is so prevalent in what we've done over the last 6 years. And then with the addition of Pep and his philosophy with the multiple tight end sets, Dorian's been a great compliment and been a great addition to our offensive system.
Thompson Creek Window Company is a proud partner of Maryland Athletics. Thompson Creek designs, they build, they install replacement windows from their local Maryland factory. You can get yourself some high-quality windows at an affordable price without the middleman markup. More from Coach Loxley in just a minute from Grill Marks when we come back. Talking Terps on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Maryland. From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And right now it's our fall sale. Buy one window, get one 40% off, plus 20% off everything else. There's never been a better time to buy.
Home, sweet Thompson Creek.
All right, Terps, this year I want to see every Maryland student, alumni, and fan roll up their sleeves and give blood. Go to big10.org/Abbott and let's show the Big Ten what it means to fear the turtle.
Back to school time. While the kids hit the books, make sure your home's ready as well with FH Fur. Whether it's cold in the morning or warm in the afternoon, don't get caught off guard this season. Get a cooling or heating inspection for just $49. That's right, only $49. Our team of expert technicians will make sure your home's HVAC system is in A+ shape.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
There are a lot of myths out there about how the Maryland Lottery works. Playing the lottery responsibly means knowing what's true and what's not. The facts are, all games have similar odds. You should never try to recover losses by taking more risks. And you shouldn't play the lottery when you're feeling stressed. But the biggest fact is, you should always play responsibly. Learn more facts and myths at mdlottery.com, and please play responsibly.
This is tradition. This is goosebumps and turbulence. This is our belief and our spirit. This is family and your favorite lovable turtle. This is your collective spirit.
Down to the crab cake, baby. We here.
Your unrelenting pride.
Go Terps and nobody else.
This is Maryland football. This is Terpsville.
Before we talk Abbott Big Ten blood drive ideas, let's get in the competitive spirit with the scavenger hunt. I worked all weekend on that.
Save lives and help win your school $1 million.
It's okay. It's in your nature.
Hey, where's the beer guy? Bud Light here? You got a Bud Light? Bud Light? I'm here, Bud Light. Bud Light here? Bud Light here? Bud Light here? Bud Light where? Bud Light here? Oh, Bud Light there. I missed that because of you. You did not miss that play because of me. Have to stop talking this way. Yeah. It's actually kind of fun. Hey, I got your Bud Light. Oh, nice. Never mind. Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. What'd I miss? I have no idea.
At Planet Fitness, no two members are alike. Their routines are different. They use different equipment.
1, 2, 3.
And they do it for different reasons.
All right. You're a mythical beast.
But they all have one thing in common.
Hey, you got this. Come on.
They're all strong.
That's right.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
One more, everybody.
One more? I got 5 more.
Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Intercepted. Down the sidelines goes Levine Scruggs to the 40 and the 35 of the 30. On his feet, still down inside the 20-yard line. And finally dragged out of bounds at the 18.
Now back to Talking Terps with Johnny Holiday and Coach Mike Loxley.
Every sack's the sack to give back for every sack the Terrapins make this season. They made 3 on Saturday. Food Lion Feeds will donate 1,000 meals to feed the neighbors in need right here in College Park. A nice honor today, Coach, for your kicker. We mentioned Sean O'Hare. Field goals from 49 and 42 and 24. He also had 4 for 4 for a few extra points. So now he is 12 for 12 at Richmond last year in the 1 year, his freshman year. He's now a redshirt freshman here at Maryland. And he has not missed a field goal in his 2 years. 15 for 15. I like that.
Yeah, you should buy the man a pint, right? Get him a pint.
Or two.
No, Sean O'Hare has been one of those additions to our program. And, you know, a lot of times these specialist positions, we just overlook and assume that they'll just do their jobs. And, you know, to have the security blanket of a guy that once the ball hits the plus 35, you're capable of coming away with points. And, you know, he kicked the 149-yarder, went in his face, and still had some room to spare. So it showed the distance he's able to have with these field goals. It's a great addition to us offensively. I know as a play caller, a former play caller, that when you have the kicker and you know that you're going to get points, you get it to the plus 35. And Sean was great in his first outing for the Terps. As you said, he has a resume of being able to make those long kicks, and very Chad Ryland-ish.
Yes. How about your punter, Bryce McPherson? Another booming rocket punt, 60 yards?
He did, and I think, you know, as I said at the press conference on Tuesday, it really blew my mind that he was left off of the Ray Guy preseason list because
he's got to be on there.
Yeah, he should be, and I'm going to keep pounding the drum. I hope we don't have to use him, but when we do, I hope we're able to use him the way we did it Saturday, where he pinned him inside the 5, which changed field position for us and allowed that touchdown to get us kind of going. It created momentum. He had another couple booming ones, like you said, and his pinpoint placement when we won a rugby or when we want to just kick it down the field. He's been a weapon for us the last couple of years.
27 completions for Malik in his freshman debut. No quarterback has done that in their first start in Maryland football history. And he spread the ball around very nicely. Lots, Farouk, Smith, and Webb, and McLaren, and Manning. And 7 guys with catches in that game.
Yeah, and diversity, like we talked about a week ago, I think, on the show, Johnny, when you have diversity in the way the ball moves, and that was something I know for me as a play caller, I always kept a touch chart where I knew how many times out of an 80-play game I wanted to get guys involved or plays or touches. And when you're able to be diverse with the touches, it makes it a really tough defense for defenders, because you can't say take this guy out and now we force them into a different avenue. So, you know, I love the way the ball was spread around. I love the way Malik was able to get off his first, second, and then sometimes even to his third progression. And it just showed once again that he's taken the coaching well from Pep Hamilton and Ted White. He has a good understanding of what we want to do with him. And as I said, he's only going to get better.
You had mentioned the other day about this team is loaded with young talent, freshmen and transfers, and sometimes they don't know what they don't know. And when you look at what they did that first game, You got the jitters out of the way. Now they're going to settle down. They probably will never face an offense as fast as that one was that Florida Atlantic had.
Yeah, you would hope, but what I've learned is this is a copycat. We're all copycats as
somebody else
coaches.
is going to try. Huh?
And so when you put things on tape that maybe you struggled with, and this is why the week 1 to week 2 jump is really important, because when you put bad things on tape, people see it, and then they're gonna check your oil to see if you were corrected those things. And so this week we worked on the silent count again. We continue to coach those things through, and I think as you'll see from week 1 to week 2, that jump of being able to get mistakes corrected, you'll see that the momentum, it becomes an accelerant for momentum.
How important will Isaiah Wright be to your offensive line this year? Last year he came from Buffalo, got hurt, didn't play at all. He was all conference in that conference they played in. And he and Perry on the left side are brand new, and you got Hershey at center.
Yeah, Isaiah Wright was a guy a year ago that really created the angst that I went into the season with, because he was a guy we brought in to play a year ago. And, first day on campus, I think he tore his Achilles, and, to lose that leadership, because we were already at forced 2 freshmen onto the field because of our depth issues. And so having Isaiah back and the leadership that he's brought, and he kind of brings a calmness to that front side. The left side is a side that has he and Rotrell, and then the right side has Lou Ball and Alan Huron, and Hershey's the kind of the ringleader in the middle that gets all the calls on tap. But Isaiah Wright's his leadership, as well as the way he played the game for us a week ago, I expect him to continue to get better.
And I thought your secondary played very well. with the 6 interceptions, but you got some veterans back there too.
Yeah, we were able again to portal and fill the needs. A year ago we threw some freshmen out at the corner position, Braden Lee,
and they took advantage of
Kevin Humes, and they had to deal with the indoctrination in the big time football. They're better for it. Braden Lee getting an interception, Kevin Humes, as you guys know him, having 2 big 4th down stops, playing the slot nickel, and really is playing at a high level in that slot nickel position, playing with a lot of confidence.
Well, Abbott and the Big Ten are back with a We Give Blood drive they have available. Go to big10.org/Abbott and get in the game and get details. When we come back, we'll visit with Shalik Knotts down from Monroe, North Carolina in just a minute on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
As muscle.
All right, team, listen up. There's a national blood shortage. Big Ten schools, how do we get students, fans, alumni to donate? Hit me. Oh. Give them merch. Not quite like that. Who can beat it? Chance of the President's Suite? Classy. Campus concerts. Keep the ideas coming, team. Don't let your school get one up. Save lives and help win your school $1 million. Hey, whose hand is that?
From quote to clean up, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement projects shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And right now it's our fall sale. Buy one window, get one 40% off, plus 20% off everything else. There's never been a better time to buy.
Home, sweet Thompson Creek.
All right, Terps, this year I want to see every Maryland student, alumni, and fan roll up their sleeves and give blood. Go to big10.org/Abbott and let's show the Big Ten what it means to fear the turtle.
There are a lot of myths out there about how the Maryland lottery works. Playing the lottery responsibly means knowing what's true and what's not. The facts are, all games have similar odds. You should never try to recover losses by taking more risks. And you shouldn't play the lottery when you're feeling stressed. But the biggest fact is, you should always play responsibly. Learn more facts and myths at mdlottery.com, and please play responsibly.
back to school time. While the kids hit the books, make sure your home's ready as well with FH Fur. Whether it's cold in the morning or warm in the afternoon, don't get caught off guard this season. Get a cooling or heating inspection for just $49. That's right, only $49. Our team of expert technicians will make sure your home's HVAC system is in A+ shape.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
You're listening to the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
At the 30, Ray will go all the way, looking for one block. At the 5, in the end zone for the touchdown.
Now, back to Talking Terps with Johnny Holiday and Coach Mike Loxley.
And it's time to go Toyota with legendary safety and reliability. Toyota, let's go places. Coach, you went down to Monroe, North Carolina to get our special guest tonight, Shalik Nuts.
Yeah, and boy, did we eat good that morning. This was one of the first brunch, I think, home visits I did, because Grandma was on the griddle with pancakes and waffles, and
sausage,
eggs. I mean, it was a smorgasbord of. That was when Big Locks was still around. So no, man, Grandma and those guys took great care of us. He has a village community of people, man, that, you know, I think going to be the first in the family to graduate college in December. And when I tell you, like, this dude here, this is really special to me, being one of those guys that was the first to graduate college. And, you know, there's some people that didn't think you could, didn't.
Sure.
And it feels good to prove yourself right rather
sir.
than prove them wrong. So really proud of him. First touchdown a week ago.
Yeah.
It was good to see that. Oh, Shalik Knots.
Yeah,
Can't even
man.
call him punch anymore. He scored a touchdown.
How'd it feel? How'd it feel?
I mean, it's amazing to be back out there with my brothers, man. Getting the opportunity to score. Whenever you get an opportunity to score, you just got to embrace it, take it on, go to the next play.
And you got a pretty good quarterback throwing to you.
Yes, sir. I love it. Malik Washington, he's great. He's a leader. Him being young, he came in and pick up a huge role and just stepped up to the plate Saturday and did what he had to do.
Did it take you long to get in sync with him, with the practices when you first started working out with him?
I wouldn't say it really did, because like it just clicked. It was just something about him.
He throws a rope too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's different. He's different.
You had 11 catches last year, okay? 161 yards, 1 touchdown against Minnesota. You've already got 5 and a touchdown in your first game.
Yes, sir.
You're going to shatter last year's record.
Yes, sir. For sure.
That is the plan. We need that. We need a big year out of Shalik.
Yes, sir.
What do you work on?
The little things, just how I go about and prepare myself daily, and how I move on and off the field, and who I surround myself with. And I just kind of embraced myself this year, going into my senior year, knowing what I got ahead of me, knowing I got to be a guy to stand out for the team, and I just want to win, you know.
Yeah.
That's
what Coach likes, guys like you that want to win.
Yes, sir.
Listen to the maturity of this dude right here, man. Really, really proud of him. Talk a little bit about the transition of having to wait your turn, because you're part of a generation that are so used to it. And he could have went anywhere. We stole him out of North Carolina. He was a guy that was heavily recruited. It took a lot of effort on our part. I think the tradition of receivers we've had here and in this system kind of pushed in this direction. But talk about the Ty kind of went through this transition. He was maybe a year earlier than you.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about what it's like to have to wait for an opportunity.
I feel like coming in, it was just 3 young receivers, me, Octavian Smith, and Leon Houghton. We came in behind Rakim Jarrett, Dante Demas, Copeland. So it was a lot of guys in front of me, and I knew by sitting behind them all those years, I would learn over the time. And still not knowing when my time would come, Ty Felton was up. I just learned from him over the years and seeing how he did things. Going into his last year, he really took accountability for everything, like the work he put in each and every day. I seen it. The jugs, it was from the jugs to the tennis balls, no matter what it was, in the classroom, in the locker room. He just showed a huge leadership role, and I just feel like I took up on that. And I feel like just me waiting for my time to shine, it just come with patience and gratitude. You just gotta have the love for the game, Because, you know, coming out of high school, you're a big guy. You that guy.
You're the guy.
You're the guy coming in, to college.
Weren't you the mayor of Monroe, North Carolina at one time?
Pretty much.
Basically.
I trust you. Pretty much.
But I say, yeah, like over the years, it got better. I just had to sit back and learn my lesson. But now my time is here, so I got to take advantage of it.
Yeah. You know, he's a heck of a basketball player, Coach.
You got to tell me. I watched him drop 30.
I saw some highlights of you against J.M. Robinson.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you remember that game?
Yes, sir.
You had a steal and a dunk.
Yes, sir.
And you're all, what, 6'2"?
6'3".
6'3". Okay.
Threw it up on a 6'3".
Yeah. I mean, you love basketball.
Yes, sir.
Did you think about maybe going somewhere where you couldn't play two sports, but you could in high school?
Yeah. I feel like in high school, I did take basketball real serious and football also. So my plan was to come out of high school and also play basketball on the next level too. But I felt like that was going to be a lot on my plate. So I just had to stick with one thing, and I just kept it rolling.
You were talking about the classroom. You're a sociology major?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And to balance today for the athlete that you are, anybody in college, with the academics, with the practices, with the games, it's tough.
Yes, sir.
And you got to really balance, have that good time management.
Yes, sir. I feel like you said, time management. That's a great thing. You just got to plan. You got to plan ahead of your days. You just got to know what you're getting yourself into each and every day.
I can tell you the academic support people, and they're the MVPs, correct?
Sure, they love us.
From Kendall, Mackenzie, that whole crew, Devon, like this guy lived in our academic support center, and I know that degree was earned by a lot of people who have really pushed and prodded and got punched to do the things he needs to do, and there's nobody more proud. I can't wait to take a picture with this dude with his degree.
Has there been a role model so far in your life, Shalik?
I want to say my oldest brother, because it's me, him, and my younger brother. Single mom. I just feel like he went through college. Also, he graduated college, got his degree, played football, but he just showed us that big brother role. He's always been there for us, always talked to us whenever we need it, because he knows what we go through on the daily, because he's been through it. So my big brother.
Well, you're off to a great start on Saturday. Keep it going Friday night. All the best, and really appreciate you coming by to be with us tonight. Thank you, Shalik.
Thank you.
All the best, buddy.
Yes,
5
sir.
catches and a touchdown. We'll come back and talk to somebody from defense. Linebacker Sidney Stewart will join us in just a minute on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Some things never go.
Hey, where's the beer guy? Bud Light here? You get a Bud Light? Bud Light? I'm here, Bud Light. Bud Light here? Bud Light here? Bud Light here? Bud Light where? Bud Light here? Oh, Bud Light there. I missed that because of you. You did not miss that play because of me. Tough to stop talking this way? Yeah. It's actually kind of fun.
Hey, I got your Bud Light.
Oh, nice. Never mind. Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light.
What I miss?
I have no idea.
From quote to clean up, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And right now it's our fall sale. Buy one window, get one 40% off, plus 20% off everything else. There's never been a better time to buy.
All right, team, listen up. There's a national blood shortage. Big Ten schools, how do we get students, fans, alumni to donate? Hit me. Oh! Give them merch. Not quite like that. Who can beat it? Chance of the President's Suite? Classy. Campus concert. Keep the ideas coming, team. Don't let your school get one up. Save lives and help win your school $1 million. Hey, whose hand is that?
This is tradition. This is goosebumps and turbulence. This is our belief and our spirit. This is family and your favorite lovable turtle. This is your collective spirit.
Down to the crab cake, baby. We here.
Your unrelenting pride.
Go Terps and nobody else.
This is Maryland football. This is Terpsville.
back to school time. While the kids hit the books, make sure your home's ready as well with FH Fur. Whether it's cold in the morning or warm in the afternoon, don't get caught off guard this season. Get a cooling or heating inspection for just $49. That's right, only $49. Our team of expert technicians will make sure your home's HVAC system is in A+ shape.
877-CALL-FIR, FHFIR.com.
There are a lot of myths out there about how the Maryland lottery works. Playing the lottery responsibly means knowing what's true and what's not. The facts are, all games have similar odds. You should never try to recover losses by taking more risks. And you shouldn't play the lottery when you're feeling stressed. But the biggest fact is, you should always play responsibly. Learn more facts and myths at mdlottery.com, and please play responsibly.
On the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
You're listening to Talkin' Terps.
Going for the touchdown in the end zone, and it's picked off. Intercepted by Husky in the end zone for Maryland.
Now back to Johnny Holliday and Coach Mike Loxley.
You know, the University of Maryland Medical System is the official medical team of the Terrapins. You and your family can expect the same level of exceptional care that the athletes receive. You can learn more at umms.org/better. University of Maryland Medical System, Maryland's healthcare champion. Our next guest tonight went to Concordia Prep up there in Towson. You would think with all the background of basketball in his family, he'd be in the NBA by now. But no, he wants to come to Maryland. He's here. And what a debut for Sidney Stewart on Saturday against Florida Atlantic.
Yeah, big start for the young bull, as Sid the Bull, as he likes to be called. But, if he had 3 more inches on his torso like his Uncle Larry and his dad, I'd say we probably would have had a hard time getting him off the hardwood. But the interesting story about him, and this is breaking news because I go upstairs now and it's part of taking back over the locker room, and I eat breakfast with guys.
Yeah.
And so I'll sit and then I'll just go find somebody to go chase out of their seats because they don't want to eat with me. But Sid seems to like eating with me, so we've done it like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
But today we were talking, and he literally said something to the effect of, "Man, I'm glad I didn't get recruited as hard as I wanted to because I don't know if I would have came here, and I love it here." And I was like, "Sid, I don't know whether to like take that as a compliment or talk about what that conversation, like explain what that meant."
Well, hindsight is 2020, so I'm 100% glad I came here. I'm 100% in, but man, you know, if I had Bama on my side, I don't know. I might have been saying Roll Tide.
So why Maryland?
Well, why Maryland? Like I said, hindsight is 2020. When I was coming on my visits, the guy that is sitting next to me right now, Coach Locke, is the same person I experienced on my visit. So I appreciate that. That's definitely one big major reason. Another reason is because what we're doing with the young guys here is awesome. Like, you know, everybody got their own flavor. Everybody got their own thing that they bring to the pot. And it's just, we just going to keep building off of that and bring this next class in too.
Well, your story is a great story because you hadn't played a real football game in about 2 years.
Yeah.
Until you got in the field on Saturday against Florida Atlantic. 2 years of practicing, but and that had to be tough.
Oh, was it tough? I was just sitting there angry. A lot of anger built up inside. I can't lie, but I used it to my advantage against FAU. I don't think hunger is the right word. I think more insatiable. That's good vocab.
Insatiable.
Yeah. Or starving.
What does that mean?
The hunger couldn't be satisfied.
I'm only kidding you.
Never satisfied.
Never satisfied.
There you go.
Yeah. So I'm just so glad that we got to play, and I can't wait to play again.
Coach had mentioned about how he really likes this team, the makeup of you guys in that locker room, and you feel it from a different perspective, I'm sure, of the closeness of all these guys, the focus, determination, and the goal that you have.
For sure. Obviously, Coach gets that bird eye view, but I'm actually in the thick of it, and it's fun. Every day is fun. You know, even those days where you're tired, guys can at least get some good jokes off. So I definitely appreciate that. Great team environment. 100%.
Yeah, Concordia Prep got you ready for this too, didn't they?
Yeah. Shout out to Coach Batts, Coach Dan, Coach Brown, all my guys back there, all my friends. They did a great job of not only building my character, but getting me ready for a college-style practice.
And I'll tell you something else that's unique about this guy, and I like telling the stories behind us. So we all know he's going to be a great player here for us. Has some tremendous skill set as a pass rusher, heavy-handed outside linebacker. But probably the best thing, I was on vacation in Greece, and I always scroll because I follow my players on social media. And I happened to see a reel, I guess, of Sydney, and he had a big check. And this guy, his first year here, obviously took and donated, I want to say $5 grand, 10 grand, 4,000, 10 grand is what it seemed like to me. But to see a kid give back immediately to his high school program, which is basically a scholarship there, correct?
Yeah.
Donating a scholarship back to his program. And he didn't do it for the gram. He did it for his own. Like, he didn't post it. I didn't even know he was doing it. He didn't tell a bunch of people. But to see that type of character from one of our young guys is really refreshing, especially coming off of the things that we talked about last year that maybe hindered us from winning. And that's when I knew we got the right kind of guys in the locker room.
And that shows how much you appreciate what you got from Concordia Prep.
100%. You know, I'm very proudful in a good way, though, not the sinful way. Very proudful about this team and in my past team. So, I mean, it's only a good reflection of me. I just want Concordia to win. So, like I said, that just only furthers who I am. You know, if Concordia goes out there and does well and does good as a school, then that means I came from a good school, and that means Sydney Stewart.
What's the biggest difference you saw from the last time you played in high school to what you're going to go through now in college?
The biggest difference is the guys across from me are a lot bigger.
And
that's
quicker.
definitely the biggest difference. But I mean, you know, everybody gonna get it. You know, I don't care who you are.
Listen to the confidence, man. I love the young group of guys. They're the type of guys that came in and they've earned their respect, and they didn't talk their way into the respect. And to see a guy come in, I think the last time we had a freshman pass rusher like that, Yannick Ngakwe's, the Sean Merriman's, he's in that realm of the type of players. To be able to come in and be a day one starter is a tough task, Johnny.
When you talk about, Coach talked about, there's a big step between game one and game two. A lot of the little tiny mistakes that were made, all correctable and will be correctable. And the competition continues to get better and better and better. Your preseason all Big Ten selection.
Yes, sir.
And that puts a little bit of pressure on a guy.
Yes, sir.
But I bet you're going to be able to handle that pretty good.
Yep. We all know the saying, pressure builds diamonds. So, you know, Coach spoke on it today. Mistakes are a luxury because it just allows you to capitalize on those mistakes. If I didn't make any mistakes last game and I played perfect, then I wouldn't be able to grow and play even better this next game. So I jumped off sides early. People was hearing my name for the wrong reasons. But, you know, now I got a chance to come to this game with a clean slate and really just fix up and tune up a lot of those mistakes I made last game.
Well, it's going to be a fun time on Friday night.
100%.
Should be a great crowd, enthusiastic. We'll go 2-0.
Yep.
And once again, I'll be talking about you, not jumping off sides, but making tackles.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully that's the plan. I would love for everybody to show out. You know, I play better when there's bigger crowds. You know, it just gets me going.
External. We don't do external.
Exactly. Sydney, thank you, buddy. All the best. Great to have you with us.
For sure. Thank
When
you.
we come back, we'll keep on talking Terps football with head coach Mike Loxley. And Ruben Hippolyte, now with the Chicago Bears, will be with us on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Maryland.
From quote to clean up, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And right now it's our fall sale. Buy one window, get one 40% off, plus 20% off everything else. There's never been a better time to buy.
Home, sweet Thompson Creek.
Before we talk Abbott Big Ten blood drive ideas, let's get in the competitive spirit with the scavenger hunt. I worked all weekend on that.
Save lives and help win your school $1 million.
It's okay. It's in your nature.
There are a lot of myths out there about how the Maryland lottery works. Playing the lottery responsibly means knowing what's true and what's not. The facts are, all games have similar odds. You should never try to recover losses by taking more risks. And you shouldn't play the lottery when you're feeling stressed. But the biggest fact is, you should always play responsibly. Learn more facts and myths at mdlottery.com, and please play responsibly.
This is tradition. This is goosebumps and turbulence. This is our belief and our spirit. This is family and your favorite lovable term. This is your collective spirit.
Down to the crab cake, baby. We here.
Your unrelenting pride.
Go Terps and nobody else.
This is Maryland football. This is Terpsville.
You're listening to the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
This is Talkin' Terps with Coach Locks.
The shotgun gets the snap. Sets up the throw across the middle. Incomplete. And the Terrapins are going to win the game.
Now back to Johnny Holiday and Coach Locksley.
Boy, we got a special guest for you tonight. Brought to you by CQ, the official banking partner of the Maryland Terrapins. You had a chance, Coach, to coach this guy. And look what he's done. All he's done is made it to the NFL with the Chicago Bears, Ruben Hippolyte II.
Yeah, and it was great because Ruben was one of those guys we had the conversation with after his fourth season because he was a non-redshirt guy that, you know, to improve his stock, he would be a guy that would benefit from that COVID year. And man, he took full advantage of that year. And, you know, for me, it was tough because I know his career didn't end the way he wanted to, and he was part of that foundation that went to 3 straight bowl games and won all 3. Yep. And to go through the tough senior or last year that he had here and still be able to be rewarded by getting drafted, hearing his name called was something that was rewarding for me because I can remember sitting in Gossett Fieldhouse, and when Ruben was a 4-star recruit offered by Alabama, who Sid just, you know, said he would have went, but Ruben could have and decided not to. So really loyal guy, great family background, and really was a Terp that laid the foundation that gives me the confidence that we'll bounce back the right way this year because of the leadership he provided for his 4 or 5 years here.
Ruben, how great to wear that number 47, huh?
Yeah, man. Well, first of all, I want to, thank, Johnny, thank Coach Locks for the opportunity, and just, very thankful for the relationships that I built with you all. But yeah, man, it's great to wear that 47. Yeah. Great to be here in Chicago. A lot of history here at my position specifically. So, it's a great opportunity. I'm looking forward to taking advantage of it.
They called you a heat-seeking missile. Pretty well describes you because you got the speed, you got the toughness, you got the awareness, but there's a big jump from the college ranks to the NFL, as you're probably finding out.
Yeah, I credit a lot of that to those Tuesday and Wednesday practices. Especially having going through a training camp and just the physicality of it and everything like that. It's something I'm used to. So those Tuesdays, those buddy Tuesdays, those working Wednesdays that we had at Maryland really paid off, if you ask me. So I was never really surprised or shocked by anything as far as physicality goes. So I was just out there playing ball. Obviously knowing my assignment, doing my job, doing it well, and just earning trust from the players and coaches and the personnel staff and front office that's in Chicago. So I'm having fun and I'm enjoying what I'm doing.
Ruben, that's a great segue for my question because I'd love to hear these answers. What things that we do in our program you think best prepared you for the jump to the NFL?
Yeah, definitely. So just to reiterate, those Tuesday and Wednesday practices, just the physicality of it, understanding how being callous works and how to, how to prep for a game, a scrimmage, or whatever the case may be. Like you have to incorporate that physicality, throughout the week, whether you feel like it or not. It has to get done. So I would say that. I'd also say just a mentorship program as well for me personally. Helped me build a lot of great relationships. Like you see me, I was just up there this past weekend, and just being able to hang out with some of my mentors that I had while I was at Maryland. And just build quality relationships, and just there's so many people that I know from that area just because of that. So I would say that. And the third one, I would just say, I'll probably say just the different schemes I played in. Being at Maryland, we was always challenged when it comes to scheme. Like the coaches did a great job of putting us in positions where we had to really, think and understand concepts. So like I played in multiple defenses, played in multiple coverages, seen in multiple fronts. So a lot of the teaching and the installs that are at this level, I played in either more complex defenses or the same as, so it hasn't really been a drop off, or it hasn't really been a time where I was struggling with the concept. So I would say those three areas.
You guys are starting off, you're coming off your last exhibition when you beat Kansas City 29-27, and you started in that game, and you led the team in tackles, second leading in tackles in that game. That's got to help the confidence booster right there.
Yeah. Once again, great opportunity. Just being on the field with, MVP caliber quarterback, MVP caliber, or one of the greatest tight ends in the game. And just, how well that offense is ran. And then, obviously, just seeing what we got as far as our defensive side, our defensive team, our side of the ball. So great opportunity for me, great experience, I would say. And then just being able to hold my own, in the preseason, there's no game plan. So I'm just out there just, reading and reacting and reading my keys and just going out there and playing ball. So to be able to do that and, have somewhat of a decent game, definitely, a confidence booster. But now with the game plans and the season roll, that'll be a little easier for me. So I'm looking forward to that.
Ruben, every Maryland fan remembers what you did for this program, the way you played on the field, the way you conducted yourself off the field. You could have gone, you came back for your last year. What went into that decision-making for one more year?
It was a brotherhood. I played a game to earn respect and trust from my teammates, because, those are the guys who are going to vouch for me at the end of the day. Obviously you build great relations with coaches and people are in the building, but ultimately, like, the people who you're going to war with, that's who you want, that's who you do it for. So that's really what went into that decision. I had a lot of options and choices to either declare or transfer, but it just didn't feel right. I had too many connections, too many relationships that I built here. So I knew the defensive system, so it was only right for me to stay for another year, and I had the opportunity. I wasn't in a rush to go to the next level. I knew if I just put another good year on tape, I had a good year in 2023. If I just put the same type of year or even better in 2024, I had the opportunity to get drafted and play at the next level. So that was my mindset. I wasn't in a rush, and I was just, focused on doing that.
Ruben, real quick, because we're going to break here in about a minute, but you glossed over this thing about the mentorship program, and I know what that program meant for you. As we talk about teaching guys around here, instead of giving you a fish sandwich, we teach you how to fish. Talk a little bit about what the mentorship program has done for you outside of the football, because I know that played a huge part in you coming back.
Yeah, it's just important. Like my mentor, Craig Kushner, and I have another mentor, Maurice Boisier, that I've hung out with many times, build relations with both of their families. So I've seen, their children, their spouses, whatever the case may be. So it's just a lot that goes into it. And it's just important to have relations outside of just, guys on the team or my peers, like just relations with people who can teach me other things and expand my thinking. That's just what I've always been attracted to, relationships like that, because, they'll help me in the long run. So not only did it help me, but it also taught me how to have relations with people that I'm not, that I don't hang out with on a day-to-day basis. Yeah. And I can be able to, walk in any room and be comfortable speaking or talking to, people of any caliber.
Ruben, we'll all be watching on Monday night when you guys host the Vikings on Monday Night Football. and you make your NFL regular season debut. Thanks for being with us, buddy. All the best all season long.
Much love, y'all. Thank y'all.
All right. Back in just a minute on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Terps fan.
All right, Terps, this year I want to see every Maryland student, alumni, and fan roll up their sleeves and give blood. Go to big10.org/Abbott and let's show the Big Ten what it means to fear the turtle.
This is tradition. This is goosebumps and turbulence. This is our belief and our spirit. This is family and your favorite lovable turtle. This is your collective spirit.
Down to the crab cakes, baby. We here.
Your unrelenting pride.
Go Terps and nobody else.
This is Maryland football. This is Terpsville.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And right now it's our fall sale. Buy one window, get one 40% off, plus 20% off everything else. There's never been a better time to buy.
Home, sweet Thompson Creek.
Man, where's the beer guy? Bud Light here? You get a Bud Light? Bud Light? I'm here, Bud Light. Bud Light here? Bud Light here? Bud Light here? Bud Light where? Bud Light here? Oh, Bud Light there. I missed that because of you. You did not miss that play because of me. Tough to stop talking this way? Yeah. It's actually kind of fun.
Hey, I got your Bud Light.
Oh, nice. Never mind. Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light.
What'd I miss?
I have no idea.
Back to school time. While the kids hit the books, make sure your home's ready as well with FH Fur. Whether it's cold in the morning or warm in the afternoon, don't get caught off guard this season. Get a cooling or heating inspection for just $49. That's right, only $49. Our team of expert technicians will make sure your home's HVAC system is in A+ shape.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
All right, team, listen up. There's a national blood shortage. Big Ten schools, how do we get students, fans, alumni to donate? Hit me. Oh! Give them merch. Not quite like that. Who can beat it? Chance of the President's Suite? Classy. Campus concert. Keep the ideas coming, team. Don't let your school get one up. Save lives and help win your school $1 million. Hey, whose hand is that?
At Planet Fitness, no two members are alike, but they all have one thing in common. They're all strong.
That's right.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
One more, everybody.
One more? I got 5 more.
Yeah.
You're listening to Maryland Sports on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Intercepted. Down the sidelines goes Levine Scruggs to the 40 and the 35 of the 30. On his feet, still down inside the 20-yard line, and finally dragged out of bounds at the 18.
Now back to Talking Terps with Johnny Holiday and Coach Mike Loxley.
If you're ready for showtime, grab some Testudo Premium Lager, the official craft beer of the Maryland Terps. NIU on Friday night, under the lights, kickoff at 7:30. Both teams are 1-1. They got 2 guys coming back that started last year on offense, 3 on defense. And the roster is really kind of struggling there as well.
Yeah, it's a run-first offense. Thomas Hammock, background in the run game, former Raven running back coach.
Yeah.
Very familiar with them. He's part of the coalition that we started back in 2020. Really well-coached team, has had some big wins. Won the MAC a couple of years ago, big upset over Notre Dame. So, again, the history of NIU and Maryland, we know. I can remember watching Coach Friesen's team go to DeKalb and get upset that this isn't a team that we can take for granted. It's still going to come back to what we do more than what they do. And, you know, hopefully we've gotten all the things corrected we need to play really, really well.
Coach, all the best on Friday night.
Thank you very much.
I want to thank Jack Manchester and Cena Rad, our production assistants tonight. Thanks to Tom Marquito, our technical director, and Alex Scamponi up at Baltimore Turtle Network Control. For Coach Loxley, I'm Johnny Holiday. We'll talk to you Friday night, 7 o'clock from CQ. Good night.
Yeah.